In today's retail marketplace, it's all about the customer experience. Think about a recent trip that you made to a big box hardware store. You had something go wrong at the house. You have a pretty good idea how to fix it. You drive to the store, you walk aisle to aisle looking for a fix or a solution. Can't quite find what you're looking for, so it's off to search for a sales associate. Go searching the aisles, you find one, you explain what your issue is. They have no idea what you're talking about. They suggest we get a senior associate. You sit or you walk around or wait 10 minutes, maybe there was somebody else. Senior guy comes up, you explain what the problem is, he gives you a solution, you buy it and go home, fix the problem. Or in my case, I usually have to go back 2 or 3 more times. Unfortunately, similar experiences happen at dealerships. We're not immune from these problems. It's all about customer experience, and that's something I'm passionate about. My name is Ed Stefanko. I've been in the automotive industry since 2002. I sold vehicles for 13 plus years, domestic and luxury. I worked as a corporate trainer for sales and service for a luxury dealership in the Dallas market. I also worked for the past 4 years as a SSI and CSI consultant in the automotive industry for both luxury, domestic, and Japanese. I've worked with Mercedes-Benz, Land Rover, Jaguar, Nissan, and most recently FCA. I've become passionate about customer experience because it was important to me when I was out selling. I relied on providing a good customer experience and having repeat and referral business. I go to dealerships, and if people frequently ask me, what do I need to do to provide a great experience and to have it reflected in my survey? And I always tell people it comes down to 3 things. Number 1, you have to do the process. For example, if your survey has a question is, were you introduced to service, and during the purchase process you did not take them to the service drive and introduce them to a service advisor, what do you think the chances are they're going to say you took them to service? So you have to do the process. And that process is important. It's picked as in the case of going to the service drive, it's important to you and to the dealership. When I sold cars, I always wanted my customers on my service drive because guess what? They may go to another store across town and they might find a better salesman than me. In addition to that, that service business is great repeat business for the dealership. And a service advisor in the service department can make money on that. But more important than all is customers who buy and service at the same store have a higher retention and dealer and brand loyalty. So it's key to everybody. Number 2, make your process memorable. Sounds kind of stupid, but when you look at the situation, a lot of times in the car business we talk to the customer, we tell the customer, we use acronyms, we talk about an MPI, a PDI, all these terms that the customer may not understand. I always tell people to make something memorable, you need to relate it to something in their life and maybe paint a word picture that they'll understand. Let me give you 2 examples here. Suppose you're a service advisor on the service drive and a customer is come up to you on the drive and you're doing the write-up. Which of these 2 processes would be more effective in your mind? Mr. and Mrs. Smith, my name is Ed. I'm here to take care of you today. While you're here for your oil change and tire rotation, we're going to provide you with a complimentary MPI, and I'll come back in about 10 or 15 minutes and tell you what you need to do on your car. Compare that to Mr. and Mrs. Smith, while you're here for your oil change and tire rotation, our technician is going to provide you with a complimentary multi-point inspection. It's kind of like when you go to the doctor to get a physical. We're going to look over your vehicle and tell you what the health is. Now your vehicle only has 15,000 miles on it, so I'm not expecting a whole lot of issues with it. But what I'm going to do is when I get back from the technician, I'm going to have this form. It's going to be looking at the major items in your vehicle. You'll notice there's a red, a yellow, and a green. The red means if something's wrong with your vehicle, something that's affecting the safety of the vehicle, we're going to highlight it in red. It's important to get that fixed. If something is in yellow, we're going to tell you that it's something we need to watch and monitor for in the future. And if it's marked as green, it means you're in great shape. Frankly, with 15,000 miles on your new vehicle, I'm expecting mainly green. Does that make sense to you? Great. I'll be back in about 15 minutes and I'll show you the report. Which of those two paints a better picture to the customer and explains the process to it? Now, to make it even more memorable, let's walk through what happens when the customer comes back from with the multi-point inspection from the technician, and we sit down with them and review it with them. Do you think this might be more memorable? Mr. and Mrs. Smith, just as I thought, your vehicle is in very good shape with just 15,000 miles on it. As you can see on the form, there's lots of green. There's not too many issues at all in this vehicle. Your tires measure 7/32. That's out of 9/32. So you've got at least probably 20,000 miles of wear and tear, normal wear and tear on it before you're going to need it. When it gets down to about 3/32, I'm going to be recommending at that point that you purchase your tires. Your brakes are at 85%, you're going to be good for a long time on that. Now on your vehicle at 15,000 miles, we typically recommend replacing the air filter. When an air filter gets dirty, it's like you breathing through a dirty handkerchief. As you can see, this is the air filter from your vehicle. It's very dirty. To replace it's $25. Would you like to take care of that today? In addition, we're going to be approaching here in Texas the spring weather, and of course we're expecting a very wet and rainy spring this year. Your windshield wipers are streaking. You probably noticed that as you're driving it. I would recommend that you replace those. Those are $18. Is that something you want to take care of today? Great. All right. Well, everything else looks pretty good. Do you have any other questions? Well, great. Would you sign right here on the form just to let you know that I reviewed it? I'm going to give you a copy. We're going to put it in your glove box with your paperwork. Next time you come in, we'll refer back to this, and we'll be looking at these items that are yellow. Your car should be out of the service department here in about 15 minutes. I'll come and get you when we're ready to go. Now, by getting the customer involved and active with it, rather than just telling them and try to be interactive with it, it's going to help make it memorable. If it's memorable and they get a question, did they review the multi-point inspection, you have a higher percentage chance that they're going to say that you did go over that process. Now the third thing is, if I owned a dealership, or I was a general manager or owned a dealership, I would require every manager, whether it be sales and service, to touch every customer before they leave. As an example, let's talk about the sales side. If a customer buys a brand new vehicle, the last thing they should do before they leave is to meet the sales manager. This is the way I would script it and what I would say to the customer. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, my name is Ed Stefanko. I'm the general sales manager. Congratulations on your new Ram pickup truck. I know you're going to absolutely love this Lone Star Edition. It's a great vehicle. A little bit of an upgrade from your 2002, don't you think? Great. One of the things I try to do is, in addition to thank you for the business, you've had a great salesman here. Jim's one of our top people, and I'm sure he took good care of you. He did take good care of you, didn't he? Great. Well, here's my card, just in case if you ever come in and you have a question, Jim's not available, feel free to come and see me or one of the other sales managers, and we'll answer any questions that you have. Now, one of the things my boss holds me accountable for is he has told us, that, and what we've found over the years, if there's 4 things we do for every single customer who comes in here and purchases, if we do those things right, they'll have a great experience. Can I just do a quick quality check on how our process went? Great. Number 1, did we respect your time, listen to your wants and needs, and find the right vehicle for you? Great. I would have thought so. I know Jim is a great guy. As long as he found something, the vehicle that you were looking for in your budget, that's our number 1 goal. If you buy the right vehicle, you're going to be happy. Number 2, when you come in for service, we want you to feel comfortable and know where to go. Did Jim take you over to the service department, introduce you to a service advisor, and schedule your first service appointment? Oh, you haven't done that yet? Jim, make sure you do that before they leave. You know, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, when you come up, we want you to understand the traffic pattern, know where you're going to pull up, and we're going to introduce you to some faces so that you feel comfortable when you come in here. We're not here just to sell you a car. We're here to take care of your investment for the long term. Let me ask you the third question. This is a big upgrade from your 2002 Ram, and there's a lot of new features on this vehicle. Did Jim go over the features that you needed the most help with to try to assist you and make sure that you learn it so that when you drive your new truck you feel safe and that you can enjoy those new features on the vehicle? Now, one of the things Jim is going to do is he's going to send you a video link. It's going to have all of the features of all of the features of your vehicle by your VIN number. What you're going to be able to do is go home and watch these videos and learn about your vehicle on your own. Now, by all means, Jim and I are here to help you make sure that you enjoy your vehicle. But a lot of people like that convenience of being able to watch the videos at home when they want to. In addition, if they have another family member who's driving the vehicle who's not there, it's another way for them to help learn about their new vehicle. Now, the fourth question is most important to my owner. Do you feel comfortable enough doing business with Jim and the dealership? So comfortable that you would send your friends and family here? Great. Customer retention and loyalty is very, very important to us. We want to make sure that we're here for the long haul, not just to sell you a car, but to take care of your investment in the long term. Do you have any other questions or anything else I can do to assist you? Great. This KPI summary is what I would call it, Key Performance Index summary, is a key point in your chance to get the customer to acknowledge that you covered the processes while they're still here. If there's something that they didn't remember or you didn't cover, now is the time to fix it. If they leave the dealership without acknowledging that you followed the processes, what do you think the chances are they're going to remember when they're filling out the survey? Now, these three things, again, do the process, make it memorable, and do a quality control check at the end to get the customer to acknowledge that you followed the processes before they're left, are very key. I'm here to help you. As you can tell, I'm passionate about what I talk about. I can help you with a lot of different areas, whether it be writing and developing sales process, onboarding your sales consultants, doing things to help you. That's why I'm here. Let's talk. Please give me a call. My name again is Ed Stefanko, and you can always reach me on my cell phone at 817-896-3183. Thank you for your time and your consideration. Look forward to working with you and your team. Have an outstanding week.